They want to take two. Good morning, Jamaica. It is Tuesday, November 11, and we're here to give you more updates in relation to Hurricane Melissa and the relief and recovery effort that is underway. We have a lot of very important guests here today, and I want to thank them for being here. I know how hard everybody is working. I want to acknowledge the Honorable Desmond McKenzie, our Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Also the Honorable Darrell Vaz, our Minister of Energy, Telecoms and Transport, and both of them are co-chairs of the Cabinet Subcommittee responsible for the relief efforts. I want to acknowledge permanent secretaries, in particular my permanent secretary, Dr. Kassan Troop, Commander Alvin Gale, Director General of the ODPEM, Mr. Jerome Palmer, Chief Executive Officer of the Toll Authority, and we also have some reps from the North-South Highway team, all other members of staff from various government entities. We have some representatives from our hard-working utility agencies, and we have JPS here with us, represented by their leader and President Hugh Grant, who you all know already if you watch these press conferences. We also have from Flow, Stephen Price, and we also have from Digicel, Stephen Murad, and they're doing such tremendous work. It's so good to have them here and to be able to tell them thank you in person. All the members of the media who are here, everybody who is watching, good morning again. I have some updates that I'll go through at the top. We did have a cabinet meeting yesterday, and there are some details from that will come out in the presentations. Anything that has not come out, at the end I will put them in. I will interject and just give you those updates coming out of cabinet. But in terms of some of the updates that I know individuals have asked about, in terms of donors, just note over 170 donors are registered on the relief portal. That's a lot of donors. So there are a lot of small ones. I know there are a lot of them that you see in the media and you see them on social media. Those are the big ones. But there are 170 of them that have registered and have brought in things into the country and have been supported by the government of Jamaica, whether it is through ODPEM, the Civil Aviation Authority in terms of getting the planes landing rights, and other government entities that may be working with them, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So that's 170 registered donors to Jamaica. In addition to that, we have 40 bilateral partners. That means 40 countries have provided aid to Jamaica. And we are so grateful to every single country, every bilateral partner. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade has been doing a tremendous job coordinating all of that. 31 of them have already sent through their contributions. The other ones we're working to expedite those contributions. In addition to that, I know one of the questions we have is in terms of education. I'm very happy to note, PS, that 526 schools were open. That's a very significant number. We're very grateful for that. And we also know that many of the teachers and other members of staff, they have difficulties at home in many instances and even with their families, but they're still making the effort to come out. And we are so grateful to them and we thank them for all their efforts in working to get schools back. And those that aren't open, I know there's so many principals who are WhatsApping me about what they're doing, and they're working really hard to get back school, to get our schools open. And so we thank them for all of those efforts in spite of everything that is happening. In terms of donations on the Support Jamaica site, I'm just giving you those that have come in via credit card up to 8:07 this morning. The total was US $1.08 million plus an extra 53.218 million Jamaican dollars in donations on that portal. There are donations that come in directly to the account, and so at our next briefing on Thursday, I'll be able to give you the total that has come in via direct deposit to the accounts. What I've given you is just for the credit card transactions. Minister Samuda is not able to come to give the water update, but what I will note is that 72.6% of customers have had their water restored. They are working really, really hard. I know Minister Samuda this morning was looking at how quickly he could get Great River up, and the NWC has advised me that they are expecting to get Great River up by this evening, which is a great thing, because we know that facility is important to getting water into St. James and Hanover. So that's very, very critical. It's one of our biggest systems that we have. In addition to that, Minard is the other big one that they're working to get up. And once we get that, those two are up, we're at 85% of the population having water, which is a really, really big milestone. And I have to congratulate NWC and Minister Samuda on that. In terms of other updates, volunteers, there are almost 4,000 volunteers as at 7 a.m. It's 3,921 volunteers on the site. The ministries will be using them, especially as we get to the Clean Up Jamaica exercises. We'll be using a lot of volunteers there, and we will also use them in our own work in the Ministry of Education. And I should note, it is Youth Month, and one of the things we want to do for Youth Month is to empower young people to give back and to serve our country during this month. And so we'll be facilitating a lot of that through the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. All right, the last update I'll give is the sad one, which is in relation to the number of deaths coming out of this hurricane. And the numbers that have been confirmed, and just noting these have been confirmed by the JCF, so they have investigated and they have concluded that these deaths were associated with the hurricane, and they have done so in conjunction with the JDF. And so the total confirmed fatalities coming out of Hurricane Melissa now stands at 45. And I'll go through parish by parish. Hanover, 2. Westmoreland, 15. St. James, 6. Trelawney, 2. St. Anne, 1. Portland, 1. St. Elizabeth, 18. So that's a total confirmed of 45. In terms of postmortems, they have been able to conduct 33 postmortems to date, and there are some that they're waiting to do the postmortems on. And so that is the confirmed number. The confirmed number is 45, and I know those are 45 families that are hurting deeply, really, really hurting. And so as we look at that number, we pray for those families. We pray that God will comfort them. It's a hard time. It's a hard time to deal with the death of a family member, plus be dealing with the aftermath of a hurricane. And so I ask all of Jamaica to please pray for these families as they traverse this very, very, very difficult time. As this number changes, I will get back to you and we will give you the latest numbers that we do have.